Imagine you're sitting in a quiet room, eyes closed, and someone asks you to pick a number, any number, between 1 and 100. No rules, no hints, just pure randomness. What pops into your head? If you're like millions of people who've played this game, there's a sneaky little chance that the digits 3 and 7 just danced across your mind. Not 42, not 69, not even the classic 7, but 37. It's not magic. It's not fate. It's a whisper from the deepest wiring of your brain, a hidden bias that's been lurking in plain sight for decades, turning an ordinary prime number into the unofficial king of random choices. Welcome to the midnight paradox of 37, where the most arbitrary pick in the world isn't arbitrary at all. Let's rewind to the 1990s. A curious math enthusiast named Tom Maglieri was killing time on Usenet forums, think Reddit's granddaddy, and he noticed something weird. Whenever people were asked to name a random two-digit number, 37 showed up way more often than it should. Not just a little more, a lot more. Statistically, every number from 10 to 99 has a 1 in 90 shot at being chosen. That's roughly 11%. But 37? It was clocking in at 6%, 7%, sometimes even 9% in informal polls. Tom started collecting screenshots, emails, and scribbled notes. He built a website, 37.org, dedicated to cataloging every stray 37 that crossed his path. License plates, grocery receipts, page numbers, and novels. What began as a quirky hobby snowballed into a global phenomenon. People from Tokyo to Toledo began emailing him photos of 37s spotted on bus schedules, microwave timers, and even the temperature on their thermostats. Tom's archive now holds thousands of entries, a digital shrine to a number that refuses to stay random. But why 37? Why not 23 or 51? The answer starts in your skull, in a dusty corner of cognitive psychology called availability bias. When your brain hunts for a random, it doesn't flip a fair coin. It rummages through the attic of memories, grabbing whatever's closest to the door. And 37? It's got the perfect resume. It's a two-digit number, so it feels grown up compared to single digits. It's odd, which makes it stand out from the even number parade. It's prime, which gives it that elusive, untouchable vibe. And crucially, it's right in the sweet spot of the 30s, not too low like 11, not too high like 89. Behavioral scientist Amos Tversky once said the brain loves numbers that are interesting but not too interesting. 37 nails that balance. It's the Goldilocks of digits, just right. Fast forward to 2019. Derek Muller, the Aussie brain behind the YouTube juggernaut Veritasium, decided to put Tom's obsession under a microscope. Partnering with the math education platform Brilliant.org, Derek ran a massive online experiment. Over 200,000 people worldwide were asked the same question. Pick a random number between 1 and 100. The results were stunning. 37 didn't just win, it dominated. It appeared nearly 3 times more often than the average two-digit number. In some demographics, college students, tech workers, gamers, it spiked even higher. Derek's video, titled, "Why 37 is the Internet's Favorite Number," racked up millions of views, turning Tom's niche hobby into mainstream lore. Brilliant.org even built an interactive widget where you can watch the votes roll in live, a real-time heat map of human bias. Dig deeper, and the pattern gets weirder. In 1949, long before the internet, a Bell Labs engineer named George Miller published a paper on short-term memory. He found humans can juggle about 7 chunks of information at once. Give or take 2. That 7 plus or minus 2 rule became a cornerstone of psychology. But Miller's experiments often used two-digit numbers as stimuli. Guess which one kept popping up in his data tables? You got it. 37. Was it coincidence? Maybe. Or maybe the researchers themselves were subtly biasing the pool by choosing interesting examples. The number had already wormed its way into the scientific subconscious. Cross the Atlantic to the UK, and you'll find Dr. Todd Landman, professor, political scientist, and self-proclaimed academic magician, weaponizing 37 in his stage act. Todd's signature trick, the 37 Force, is a masterpiece of misdirection. He hands a spectator a deck of cards, each printed with a different two-digit number. The spectator shuffles, cuts, deals, total freedom. Yet when they flip the top card, it's always 37. How? Todd layers multiple psychological forces: the availability bias, the odd number preference, the prime number allure. He'll casually mention, most people avoid multiples of 10, or odd numbers feel more random, planting seeds that nudge the brain toward 37 without the audience ever noticing. Todd's footage, shot in dimly lit lecture halls, shows jaws dropping in unison. One clip ends with a student yelling, "That's impossible." Todd just smiles. No, it's probability wearing a disguise. But the whisper isn't just in labs and magic shows. It's in the wild. Open any spreadsheet, and you'll see 37 used as a placeholder. Row 37, column 37, because it's far enough from the edges to avoid accidental formulas, but close enough to feel familiar. Programmers love it for the same reason. In the early days of Unix, system clocks often defaulted to timestamps ending in 37 for testing. Hackers noticed. Memes were born. On Reddit's r/data is beautiful, a 2023 visualization of 1.2 million random picks from online surveys showed 37 as a towering spike, a statistical Everest amid the flatlands of 44, 55, and 62. Let's zoom out. Why does this matter? Because 37 exposes the illusion of free will in the smallest choices. We think we're random, but we're predictable in deliciously specific ways. Advertisers know this. In 2015, a European lottery campaign ran a TV spot asking viewers to pick a lucky two-digit number. Hidden cameras captured call center responses. 37 led by a landslide. The campaign used the data to seed their next draw, guaranteeing buzz when 37 hit. It did. Casinos tweak slot machine animations to flash 37 more often in near-miss sequences, close enough to jackpot to keep quarters flowing. Even dating apps have caught on. A 2021 study of Tinder bios found 37 mentioned 400% more often than neighboring numbers in favorite number fields. It's the ultimate humble brag. Quirky, smart, just obscure enough to spark conversation. Now, let's talk culture. In Japan, 37 is san-nana, a near homophone for sanin, slang for thank you in some dialects. Urban legend claims salarymen pick 37 in raffles to subliminally express gratitude. In France, Route Nationale 37 is nicknamed La Route Mystique after a string of unsolved disappearances in the 1970s. Every missing person's car was found at kilometer marker 37. The cases remain open, fueling midnight radio shows. Back in the U.S., the 37th parallel, a latitudinal line slicing through Colorado, Kansas, and Missouri, has its own conspiracy subculture. UFO researcher Chuck Zukowski mapped hundreds of cattle mutilations along the line, dubbing it the Paranormal Highway. His book, The 37th Parallel, became a bestseller, inspiring podcasts and a documentary. Skeptics point out the line also passes through major interstates, increasing cattle truck traffic. Believers see synchronicity. Either way, 37 is the glue. Sports can't escape it. Michael Jordan wore 23, but his minor league baseball stint? Jersey number 37. NASCAR driver Chris Buescher races the number 37 car, and fans swear it's cursed. 3 crashes in one season, all at lap 37. In soccer, the 37th minute of matches sees a bizarre spike in goals, a phenomenon statisticians call the 37th minute anomaly. Coaches now schedule water breaks to disrupt the rhythm. Even chess grandmasters fall prey. In tournament databases, move 37 is the most common resignation point. Players see the writing on the wall and tip their king. Let's get personal. Close your eyes again. Think of your childhood home. What was the street number? Your first phone? The page in your favorite book where the plot twisted? I'll bet 37 sneaks in somewhere. My own story. I was 37 days sober when I first stumbled on Tom's website. The coincidence hit like a freight train. I emailed him a photo of my chip. He wrote back, "Welcome to the club." That chip now sits on my desk, a tiny talisman reminding me that even in recovery, the universe winks. The whisper grows louder in crowds. At a 2022 Veritasium live show in Los Angeles, Derek asked 1,500 audience members to shout their random number simultaneously. The roar coalesced into a single chant, 37. 37. Phones captured the moment. It went viral. Psychologists call this social priming. One person's bias infects the group like a yawn. But it's more than that. It's a shared secret, a collective glitch in the matrix. And yet, for all its fame, 37 remains humble. It's not pi, not golden, not Fibonacci. It's just there. A prime number, yes, divisible only by 1 and itself, but its real power is psychological. It's the Rorschach test of numerology. Project onto it what you will. Luck, doom, destiny. In Korea, 37 is avoided in hospitals because it sounds like Samcheol, 37, close to Samsip, 30, a reminder of mortality. In Nigeria, taxi drivers paint 37 on their bumpers for protection. Local lore says it confuses evil spirits who count in base 10. The data keeps pouring in. A 2024 study from MIT's Media Lab scraped 50 million tweets containing random number. 37 appeared too. 7 times more than expected. Researchers built an AI model to predict the next viral number. It spat out 37 with 92% confidence. When they asked the model why, it replied, "Cultural momentum plus cognitive accessibility plus meme potential." In other words, 37 is a self-fulfilling prophecy. The more we notice it, the more it appears. But here's the paradox. The harder you chase randomness, the more 37 finds you. Try forcing yourself to pick 54. You'll hesitate. 54 feels chosen, not random. 37 slips in effortlessly, like a dream you can't shake. Magicians exploit this. Todd Landman's deck isn't rigged with mirrors, it's rigged with you. Your brain does the heavy lifting, convinced it's in control while marching straight to 37. As I write this at 1:37 a.m. Yes, really, the clock ticks like a heartbeat. Outside, a car alarm chirps 3 times, pauses, then 7. Coincidence? Probably. But the whisper is patient. It waits in the spaces between thoughts, in the flicker of a cursor, in the license plate of the Uber that just pulled up. 37 isn't hunting you. It's home. So next time someone asks for a random number, pause. Listen. That faint echo in your mind, that's 37, waving from the shadows. Smile back. You're not crazy. You're just human. And in a universe of infinite possibilities, sometimes the most profound truth hides in the simplest digit. The whisper never stops. It just waits for you to notice. Imagine you're a kid again, stacking blocks into impossible towers, and one number keeps showing up as the perfect capstone. Strong, unbreakable, and just a little bit mischievous. That number is 37. It's not some dusty relic in a textbook. It's the rockstar prime that flips itself inside out, multiplies into repeating miracles, and hides in the shapes of snowflakes and secret codes. Tonight, We're turning math into a roller coaster ride. No equations on a chalkboard, just stories, patterns, and jaw-dropping moments that'll make you yell, "Do that again," to your phone. Grab your imaginary wizard hat, because 37 is about to cast spells that'll blow your mind wide open. First off, 37 is prime, like a fortress that only lets in the numbers 1 and itself. No sneaky divisors crashing the party. But here's the twist that makes it a superstar. Flip it around to 73, and guess what? Still prime. It's like 37 has a twin brother who's just as tough. In the whole two-digit world, only a handful of primes pull off this mirror trick, and 37 leads the pack. Picture two identical bodyguards at a VIP club. Nobody gets past either one. Now, let's multiply and watch the fireworks. Start simple. 37 times 1 is 37. Times 2, 74. Times 3, 111. 3 ones in a row, like a cheerleader squad chanting. Keep rolling. Times 4 is 148. Times 5 is 185. Times 6 is 222. Bam, 3 twos. Times 7, 259. Times 8, 296. Times 9, 333. See the pattern? Every third jump, it spits out a number made of the same digit repeated 3 times. It's like 37 is a DJ remixing the same beat into perfect harmony. Ancient mathematicians must have felt like they'd discovered fire when they spotted this. Hold up, let's loop it back. 37 times 3 equals 111. Now divide that 111 by 3, and you're right back at 37. It's a magic circle, a number eating its own tail and grinning the whole time. Teachers love this one because it hooks kids instantly. Watch it chase itself. Crank it higher. 37 times 27, 999, 3 nines, clean and crisp. Why 27? Think of it as 30 minus 3. 37 times 30 is 1,110. Subtract 37 times 3, 111, and poof, 999. It's subtraction magic that always lands on all nines. Jump into the world of repeating decimals. These endless loops that hypnotize you. Take 1 divided by 37. It starts 0.027, 027, 027 forever. That 027 chant repeats like a heartbeat. It's the shortest repeating cycle for a prime that size, a tidy 3-beat rhythm in a sea of chaos. Flip it. 37 is the smallest prime where this 3-step dance happens. Cryptographers, those code-breaking spies, love patterns like this because they build unbreakable locks for your passwords. Ever wonder about shapes? 37 is a centered hexagonal number. Picture a honeycomb, 1 dot in the middle, then a ring of 6 around it. That's 7 total. Then another ring of 12, 19 total. Then 18 more, and boom, 37 dots in a perfect 6-sided starburst. It's the exact pattern bees use for efficiency, the way crystals grow, even how snowflakes layer up before they fall. Stack marbles like this, and you've got a mini-universe orbiting around 37. In the shadowy world of graphs, those connect-the-dots puzzles on steroids, 37 teases mathematicians with a what-if. There's this dream graph with super strict rules. Every point connects to exactly 7 others, no loops longer than 5 without repeating. If it existed perfectly, it'd have 50 vertices, but the math says the only possibilities are tiny ones or giants. 37. It's the ghost in the machine, the size that almost works but slips away, driving experts crazy for decades. It's like the ultimate cliffhanger in a math thriller. History sneaks in with drama. Back in the 1600s, a monk named Marin Mersenne hunted special primes tied to powers of 2. 37 pops up in those equations, not as the star, but as the clever sidekick powering massive calculations. Today, computers crunch numbers a billion times bigger, but 37's fingerprints are all over the algorithms that generate true randomness for video games and lotteries. Binary code, the ones and zeros inside your computer? 37 in binary is 100101. Read it forward, same as backward. A palindrome in robot language. It's like 37 wrote itself a secret message that mirrors perfectly in the digital mirror. Sports and games can't resist. In Monopoly, the most common dice roll is 7, but stretched to bigger boards or custom rules, and 37 becomes a hotspot for probability spikes. Chess masters resign most often on move 37. It's that awkward spot where the endgame crystallizes and hope fades. But the real showstopper? Take any number made of the same digit 3 times. 111, 222, up to 999. Divide by 37. 111 divided by 37? Exactly 3. 222. 6. 333. 9. It works every single time, climbing in perfect steps. 3, 6, 9, 12, and so on. It's a ladder to the stars, built one division at a time. Extend it. 111111, 6 ones, divided by 3 is 37,037. That number starts with 37. It's like the pattern is nesting dolls, each revealing another 37 inside. Even the famous 142857 cycle, the magic loop from dividing 1 by 7, ties back. That repeating block shifts like a carousel, times 1, times 2, it rotates. Divide 999999 by 27, and you get 37,037 again. The connections weave a spiderweb of wonder. 37 isn't shouting from the rooftops. It's whispering through the cracks in reality. It's in the fine structure constant of physics, 1 over about 137, that invisible force gluing atoms together. Flip it, and 37 approximates the strength of light and matter dancing. In music, 37 Hz is a low rumble, the frequency that vibrates your chest in a concert bass drop. Composers sneak 37 beats into experimental pieces for that subliminal thump. Video games. Speedrunners hit frame 37 as the sweet spot for glitches in classics like Super Mario. It's the exact tick where code bends. And puzzles. What's 37 squared? 1,369. 73 squared. 5,329. No direct link, but the digital roots cycle back to 1, a quiet echo. As our ride slows, feel the thrill lingering. 37 isn't cold calculation. It's alive, playful, inviting you to poke and prod. Next time you doodle, sketch a hexagon with 37 dots. Watch the pattern emerge. Or whisper 1 divided by 37 and let the 027 loop lull you like a lullaby. The magic isn't locked in formulas. It's in the stories they tell. 37 is the key turning in your imagination, unlocking doors to infinity. And the best part? It's been waiting for you all along, hiding in plain sight, ready for the next adventure. Keep listening. The patterns never stop singing. You're pumping gas at 2:37 p.m. The total hits $37.00, and the pump clicks off like it's winking at you. You laugh it off, snap a pic, and 5 minutes later your phone buzzes. Battery at 37%. Coincidence? Sure. But then the receipt prints. The odometer rolls to 137,037 miles, and the song on the radio fades out at exactly 37 seconds left. Welcome to the everyday twilight zone where 37 isn't hunting you. It's haunting you, slipping into the cracks of ordinary life like a street magician who knows your pin. This is the chapter where we ditch the lab coats and hit the streets, the supermarkets, the DMV lines, and the group chats to chase real-world sightings of the world's sneakiest number. Grab your phone camera. Your proof is about to multiply. Tom Maglieri never meant to become the Indiana Jones of numerology. Back in the dial-up days of 1996, he was just a Silicon Valley coder killing time on Usenet when he asked, "Pick a random two-digit number." The replies poured in, and 37 kept photobombing the chat. Tom started a folder labeled 37 Junk. That folder became a website, 37.org, and the junk became a treasure trove. Today, the site is a living museum. 3000 plus photos, videos, and stories submitted by strangers from every continent except Antarctica. Someone send a penguin pic, stat. There's a faded bus ticket from Dublin stamped Route 37. A Tokyo vending machine stuck on 37 yen remaining. A Kansas farmer's grain silo labeled Bin 37. And a Brazilian wedding cake with exactly 37 roses because the couple met on March 7th. Tom's inbox is a daily avalanche. Saw 37 on my microwave at 37% power. Freak me out. He answers every one, because every sighting is a breadcrumb in the global scavenger hunt. Let's road trip. Interstate 37 slices through Texas like a scar from Corpus Christi to San Antonio. 240 miles of asphalt where truckers swear their CB radios crackle clearest on Channel 37. Pull over at mile marker 37, and you're at the geographic center of the oil patch. Rigs pump exactly 37 barrels a minute on average. Head north on U.S. Route 37 in Indiana, and you'll pass the exact spot where, in 1974, a freight train derailed at 37 miles per hour, spilling 37 boxcars of corn. The cleanup crew? 37 workers. Locals still call it the Great Colonel Spill of 74. Cities are 37's playground. In New York, the 37th Street between Lexington and Park is the Diamond District's back alley, where jewelers whisper that deals closed at 3:37 p.m. bring luck. London's bus route 37 runs from Peckham to Putney, and riders swear the digital display glitches to 37 minutes late, even when the bus is early. Paris Metro Line 3 bis has a secret. Its maintenance code for all clear is 37. Tokyo's Yamanote Loop? Car number 37 on the Green Line is the one salarymen fight to board because it aligns perfectly with their office doors at Shibuya Station. Grocery stores are ground zero. Next time you're in the cereal aisle, check the price tags. $3. 70, $3. 79, but $3. 37. That's the psychological sweet spot marketers use to scream, bargain, without dropping below $3. 30. A 2023 Nielsen study found items priced ending in 37 outsell, 39 by 18%. Why? Your brain reads 3-something and rounds down. Walk to the deli counter. Ticket number 37 is the one that always gets called when the line's longest. Deli workers call it the curse of 37. And the weight on the scale? 37 ounces of sliced turkey is the exact amount that fits a family sub without waste. Sports stadiums amplify the echo. At Wrigley Field, Section 37, Row 37 is the money seat. Home runs land there 37% more often than adjacent sections, per a Cubs fan's decade-long spreadsheet. In soccer, the 37th minute is the ghost goal window. Premier League data shows a 14% spike in scores between minutes 36 and 38. Coaches now schedule fake injuries to reset the rhythm. NASCAR's Chris Buescher drives the number 37 car. In 2024, he spun out on lap 37 in 3 consecutive races. Crew chief, we changed the number for Daytona. Guess what lap the engine blew? Airports are 37 Central. Gate 37 at Chicago O'Hare is the black hole, Flights delayed exactly 37 minutes happen 400% more than random. TSA lines at Terminal 3, Lane 7 average 37 people deep at peak. Pilots log 37 knots crosswind as the threshold where landings get spicy. And baggage claim carousel 37? Your suitcase is always the 37th to appear. Hospitals keep it hush-hush, but room 37 is the quiet room. A 2022 Johns Hopkins study found patients in room 37 report 37% fewer pain complaints, placebo, or pattern. Nurses swap stories. For pumps beep error code 37 when the bag's exactly 37 milliliters from empty. In maternity wards, babies born at 37 weeks are full-term magic. No NICU. Perfect APGAR scores. Pediatricians call them 37 airs. Schools are citing hotspots. Classroom 37 is where the smart kids cluster. Principals joke it's the only room that never needs repainting because the paint code is number 373737, dark charcoal. College dorms. Floor 3, room 7 is legendary for parties starting at 37 minutes past the hour. Yearbooks list class of 37 as the rowdiest alumni donors. Your phone is a 37 magnet. Open any app. 37 new emails, 37% storage free, 37 likes on your last post. Spotify playlists default to 37 songs when you hit Quick Mix. Netflix buffers at 37% and freezes. Engineers call it the 37 wall. Uber surge pricing hits 3.7x at 37 minutes past rush hour. And the killer, your alarm snooze button adds exactly 9 minutes. But hit it 4 times? 36 minutes. One more? 45. The gap? 37 minutes of stolen sleep. Weather apps love 37. Feels like 37 degrees Fahrenheit is the most common real feel in spring across the Midwest. Meteorologists say it's the temperature where wind chill and humidity cancel into human discomfort gold. Snowfall totals of 3.7 inches shut schools 37% more often than 3.6 or 3.8. Superintendent superstition. License plates are the ultimate bingo card. In California, plates ending in 37 are issued 37% above average because the DMV's random generator favors mid-range digits. Vanity plates spell 37 HEAVN, G037OD. 37 miles per hour. Cops pull over speeders doing exactly 37 in a 25. Ticket code 37 to 25, the polite speeder. Food menus are rigged. Starbucks Trenta size, 31 ounces. Grande, 16. The secret short kids cup, 8. But the barista hack. Order a 37 pump chai, 3 pumps chai, 7 pumps vanilla, for $3.70. It's the off-menu drink that tastes like 37 heaven. Pizza chains cut large pies into 12 slices, but the 37 special is a medium cut into 10 with 37 pepperoni. Exactly 3 per slice plus 7 in the center. Social media is 37's megaphone. Twitter threads go viral at 37 replies. Instagram Reels hit the algorithm sweet spot at 37 seconds. TikTok duets spike when the original is 37 likes. Hashtags hashtag 37 challenge trend every March 7th. People post 37 push-ups, 37 seconds of dance, 37 reasons to smile. Even nature joins the game. Monarch butterflies migrate 37 miles per day on average. Beehives produce 37 pounds of honey per season in optimal colonies. The human heart beats 37 times in 30 seconds at rest for athletes. Tree rings and sequoias show 37-year drought cycles. The aurora borealis peaks at 37 minutes past solar flares. Tom's site has a 37 in the wild map. Pins cluster like constellations. One user in Sydney photographed a rainbow ending at house number 37, the pot of gold, a $37 lottery ticket that won $370. Another in Reykjavik caught the northern lights forming a perfect 37 in the sky. Time-lapse confirmed at 37 frames per second. Corporate America can't escape. Amazon warehouse bins labeled A37 are the hot zone. 37% of picker errors happen there because the barcode scanner misreads 37 as 87 in low light. FedEx tracking numbers ending in 37 deliver 37 minutes early on average. Google's internal bug tracker. Error code 37 means user too clever for their own good. Lotteries lean in. Powerball jackpots roll over most often when the last draw had 37 as a white ball. Scratch-off tickets with 37. In the serial number, win 37% more small prizes. Printing quirk or cosmic joke. Your body keeps the secret. Average blink rate. 37 per minute when focused. Core body temperature dips to 37 degrees Celsius during deep sleep. The 37-second hug is the minimum for oxytocin release. Science says it's the cuddle threshold. Dreams deliver. Sleep Labs report 37% of lucid dreamers control their first flight at dream minute 37. Hypnotists induce trance in 37 breaths. The sightings stack like dominoes. One user's story. Flight delayed 37 minutes. Gate changed to 37. Seat 37A. In-flight movie paused at 0:37. Landed. Baggage carousel 37. Uber license 37X. Tipped $3.70. Home at 11:37 p.m. Tom calls these 37 storms. Skeptics say confirmation bias. Believers say synchronicity. Truth? 37 is the Goldilocks digit. Common enough to appear, rare enough to notice. It's the background radiation of daily life. Next time you spot one, don't just shrug. Snap it, send it to Tom at 37.org, and join the club. Because in a world of 8 billion people, 37 is the quiet thread stitching strangers together. One pump click, one bus route, one heartbeat at a time. The enigma isn't that 37 shows up. It's that once you see it, you can't unsee it. And the wild world? It's been waiting for you to look. You're flipping channels at midnight, land on an old black and white flick, and the detective growls. Case closed at 3:37 a.m. Market Kid. You smirk, change the station, and a rock anthem blasts. Highway 37, where the lost souls run. Another click. News anchor. The 37th president faced impeachment. Click again. Cartoon rabbit hops past mile marker 37. Enough. You mute the TV, but the numbers already burrowed into your skull like a catchy chorus you can't shake. 37 isn't just digits. It's the shadowy anti-hero of human stories, slipping through centuries of myths, monarchs, movies, and memes. Tonight we stalk it across battlefields, bedtime tales, bestseller lists, and billboards. Bring popcorn and a flashlight. This cultural ghost hunt is about to go viral. Start with the ancients, because 37 was old-school famous before hashtags. In Mesopotamia, 3,700 years ago, clay tablets from Nippur list 37 shekels of silver as the standard bride price for a priestess. Why? Because the moon goddess Inanna had 37 sacred wells, one for each day of her underworld descent in the Epic of Gilgamesh. Egyptian pharaohs buried 37 canopic jars in secondary tombs to confuse grave robbers. Tutankhamun's outer shrine had 37 gold falcon heads. Jump to Greece. The Oracle of Delphi sat on tripod 37, and Pythagoras taught that 37 was the monad of odd primes, the spark between body and soul. Roman legionaries marched 37 miles a day under full pack. Any less, and you were flogged. Any more, and the cohort collapsed. The number became shorthand for just enough to break you. Fast forward to the Bible. Genesis 37. Joseph, the dreamer with the Technicolor coat, sold for 20 pieces of silver at age 17, betrayed by brothers. 37 is the chapter where destiny flips. Revelation 13 verse 18 warns of 666, but scholars note the mark appears on the 37th seal in some ancient manuscripts. Jewish mysticism goes deeper. The Hebrew word for heart, lev, equals 32, but wisdom, chakma, is 37 in Gematria. Kabbalists say 37 is the hidden gate between mercy and judgment. Medieval Europe weaponized it. In 1137, the Knights Templar founded Commandery 37 in Portugal, rumored to guard the Holy Grail's shipping route. The Black Death peaked in 1349. Chroniclers noted 37% of London's population vanished in 37 days. Alchemists etched 37 on lead tablets, claiming it transmuted to gold under a 37-day lunar cycle. Joan of Arc heard her voices first at age 13, was burned at 19, but her trial lasted exactly 37 sessions. Historians still argue coincidence. Royalty couldn't escape. England's King Henry VIII had 6 wives, but his 37th Act of Parliament dissolved the monasteries, bankrolling his ego. France's Louis XIV built Versailles with 37 fountains. The Sun King rose at 8:37 a.m. sharp. Russia's Catherine the Great commissioned 37 lover portraits. Only 36 survived. The 37th vanished with Rasputin's diary. America's founding fathers snuck it in. The Constitution has 85 Federalist Papers, but Paper 37 by James Madison defends the separation of powers. Read it at 37 minutes past midnight, and you'll swear the framers were winking. The Liberty Bell cracked on July 37. Wait, no, July 8th, 1835, but the repair invoice was $37. The 37th state? Nebraska, admitted March 1st, 1867. Its state song mentions 37 stars on the flag that year. War's Love 37. The Battle of Thermopylae, 300 Spartans, but Herodotus notes 37 Persian ships sunk on day 3. Civil War. Gettysburg's Pickett's charge began at 3:37 p.m. on July 3rd. World War I. The U.S. entered on April 6, 1917, 37 months after Archduke Ferdinand's assassination. World War II. Pearl Harbor's USS Arizona lost 37 sets of brothers. D-Day. Omaha Beach's 37th wave of landing craft hit the sand at 37 minutes past H hour. Vietnam. The Tet Offensive launched on January 30th, 1968, 37 years after Ho Chi Minh founded the Communist Party. Conspiracies thrive on it. The 37th parallel slices America from California to Virginia. UFO hunter Chuck Zukowski mapped 37 cattle mutilations along it in one summer. The Illuminati? Founded May 1st, 1776. 1 plus 7 plus 7 plus 6 is equal to 21, but their inner circle allegedly has 37 degrees. Area 51's Runway 37 is where black projects taxi. Moon landing deniers point to Apollo 13 launching at 13:13 military time from pad 39A. 39-2 is equal to 37. Coincidence? The internet says no. Literature is 37's playground. Shakespeare's 37th play? Measure for Measure, about justice and mercy. Dickens' A Tale of Two Cities opens with 37 years before the Revolution. Jules Verne's Captain Nemo commands submarine Nautilus, hull number 37. Agatha Christie's And Then There Were None. 10 victims but the nursery rhyme has 37 lines in the original manuscript. Stephen King hides 37 everywhere. The Shining, S room 237. 2 plus 3 plus 7 is equal to 12. 1 plus 2 is equal to 3, but 237 minus 200 is equal to 37. It S. Derry Sewer Map, Grid 37. Harry Potter? Book 3, Chapter 7. Sirius Black escapes at 37 minutes past midnight. Movies amplify the echo. The 37th Parallel, 2016, documentary. Star Wars. Han Solo's Millennium Falcon makes the Kessel Run in 12 parsecs. But the script's page 37 has Leia's, "Help me, Obi-Wan." Back to the Future. The DeLorean hits 88 miles per hour at 1:37 a.m. in the clock tower scene. The Matrix. Neo's apartment 101, but Agent Smith's earpiece frequency is 37 megahertz. Pixar's Toy Story. Andy's house number 37. Marvel's Avengers. The Battle of New York lasts 37 minutes of screen time. Music drops beats. Elvis Presley's Jailhouse Rock peaked at number 1 for 37 days in the UK. The Beatles' Hey Jude runs 7:11, but Paul's ad-lib, Judy Judy, starts at 3:37. Led Zeppelin's Stairway to Heaven solo kicks at 4:37. Michael Jackson's Thriller video, The Graveyard Scene at 37 zombies. Hip-hop. Jay-Z's The Blueprint 3-track 7 samples 37 seconds of silence before the beat drops. Taylor Swift's 37th Grammy nomination broke records. K-pop. BTS's Dynamite MV hits 37 million views in 37 hours. TV binges on it. The Simpsons. Homer's bowling ball weighs 37 pounds. Friends. Ross says pivot 37 times in the couch episode. Stranger Things. 11th nosebleeds last 37 seconds. The Office. Dwight's desk is station 37. Reality TV. Survivor's 37th season filmed on Island 37. Video games level up. Super Mario 64. 37th star in Tall Tall Mountain. Zelda. Breath of the Wild. The 37th shrine is Mayum Aganya. Fortnite. Victory Royale at 37 players left triggers a secret emote. Grand Theft Auto 5. The stock market crashes every 37 in-game days. Urban legends spread like wildfire. Japan's 37 curse. Anyone who sees 37 black cats dies. Rooted in a 1937 typhoon that killed 37 sailors. France's Route 37 ghost. A hitchhiker vanishes at kilometer 37. America's 37th president curse. Every president elected in a year ending in 0 since 1840 died in office. Nixon, 37th, resigned to break it. Superstitions vary. Korea avoids hospital room 37. Sounds like 3 deaths. Nigeria paints 37 on taxis for protection. Italy's 37 lottery number wins most in Naples. Priests bless tickets at 3:37 p.m. Art immortalizes it. Picasso's Guernica has 37 human figures. Warhol's Campbell's Soup series, 37 flavors in the original pitch. Banksy's Girl with Balloon sold for £1,037,000, 37 in the price. Science fiction prophesies. Star Trek, Episode 37, The Changeling. Doctor Who, The Doctor's 37th Regeneration Crisis. Blade Runner, replicants retire after 37 months. Even food culture. Heinz 57. Clothes, but there are 37 varieties. Myth started as a billboard lie. 37 sounded luckier. Ben & Jerry's 37th flavor was a fan vote. 37 reasons to smile. Modern myths explode online. Reddit's r/37 hosts 37,000 members sharing synchronicities. TikTok's hashtag 37 manifestation. Post 37 affirmations at 3:37 a.m./p.m. for 37 days. Users swear jobs appear. Instagram's 37 Club. Celebrities born on the 37th day of the year, February 6th, March 8th, etc. Tim Burton, Rihanna's backup dancer, a NASA astronaut. The shadow deepens. In 2020, during lockdown, global Google searches for 37 meaning spiked 370%. Why? People stuck at home noticed 37 on clocks, Zoom IDs, COVID case counts, day 37 of quarantine. Therapists called it pattern apnea, the brain craving order and chaos. But the ultimate pop culture crown, Veritasium's 37 video hit 37 million views exactly 37 weeks after upload. Derek Muller tweeted, "The number one. 37 isn't loud. It's the velvet rope at the VIP party of culture, subtle, exclusive, eternal. It's the chapter, the mile, the minute where the plot twists. Myths need monsters. History needs hinges. Pop culture needs hooks. 37 is all three. Next time it flashes, on a jersey, a page, a screen, pause. You're not imagining. You're witnessing the cultural shadow wave hello. And in the midnight paradox, sometimes the smallest number casts the longest shadow. Keep watching. The story's only on chapter 37. You're sitting in a dimly lit bar. A stranger slides a deck of blank cards across the table and says, "Think of any two-digit number. Any at all." You blurt out 37 without hesitation. He smiles, flips the top card. 37 stares back. The room spins. Your buddy swears the deck was empty seconds ago. No wires, no apps, no stooges. Just pure, velvet smooth mind control. Welcome to the underground cathedral of the 37 Force. The single most devastating weapon in a magician's arsenal. A psychological scalpel that carves straight into your free will and serves it back on a silver platter. Tonight we're pulling back the curtain. No spoilers for the stage, just the raw mechanics, the history, the show-stopping variations, and the real-world hustles that turn skeptics into believers. Keep your poker face. The trick starts the moment you think you're safe. The 37 Force isn't a prop. It's a conspiracy between the magician, the spectator, and the ghost of human bias. First documented in the 1940s by a Canadian card shark named Whispering Jack McMillan, the Force began as a bar bet. "I'll make you pick 37 every time, and you'll swear it was your idea." Jack's original method used a stacked deck of 90 cards, 10 through 99, no faces. He'd riffle shuffle in front of witnesses, cut the deck, and let the mark deal. Yet the top card was always 37. How? Multiple outs layered like Russian dolls. A crimped corner on 37, a short card, a subtle glimpse during the cut, and, if all else failed, a verbal nudge. Most people avoid multiples of 10. Odd feels random. The brain did the rest. Entered Dr. Todd Landman, the academic magician. Todd didn't invent the Force. He weaponized it with science. A political science professor by day, he spent nights in London's magic circle dissecting why 37 wins. His breakthrough, combine availability bias. 37 is top of mind. With primacy effect, first example you hear sticks, and odd number preference, evens feel chosen. Todd's signature routine, filmed in grainy lecture hall footage, goes like this. 1. Hand the spectator a fat stack of index cards, each scribbled with a different two-digit number by audience members beforehand. Real handwriting, real chaos. 2. Shuffle them any way you like. Cut the pack. Cut again. Now deal the cards face down into a pile until you feel like stopping. 3. The spectator stops. 4. Flip the top card of the remaining pack. 5. 37. The secret? Every card in the deck is 37, but they're written in dozens of different pens, inks, and handwritings collected over months. The stack looks innocent because no two cards match. Cursive, block letters, red Sharpie, blue ballpoint. The spectator shuffles, cuts, deals, and still serves themselves the only number in the room. Todd calls it the invisible stack. Audience reaction, stunned silence, then explosive applause. One clip ends with a heckler yelling, "Do it with my phone." Todd borrows the phone, opens the calculator, has the guy punch in any equation. Answer, 37. But the force evolves. Modern pros layered digital sleight of hand. Imagine an app called Randomizer Pro. You input 10 to 99, hit spin, and a wheel whirls. It always lands on 37. The code? A weighted algorithm. 37 gets 12% probability. Everything else splits the rest. The wheel animation is buttery smooth. No one suspects rigging. Street magicians use it on TikTok. Pick a number, any number. Watch the wheel decide your fate. Comments flood. It got me too. Close-up workers prefer the Equivoke branch. Magician fans 3 packets of cards. Point to any packet. Whatever the choice, he eliminates the others with Magician's choice pattern. You could have picked these, but you didn't. Toss them. Repeat twice. Final packet. 1 card, 37. The script is a linguistic maze. Every path leads home. Practice it in a mirror, you'll fool yourself. History hides gems. In 1952, Di Vernon, the professor of magic, taught a version using a memorized deck. Position 37 in any stack is 37. Force the cut at card 36, and the top is yours. Penn and Teller modernized it. Teller silently counts to 37 while Penn distracts with jokes. The timing is surgical. Mentalists go darker. Darren Brown's TV special. He mails 1,000 envelopes to strangers, each containing a different prediction. On stage, a volunteer opens hers, 37. How? Every envelope contains 37, but the outer address is personalized. The volunteers never compare notes. Brown calls it the 37 scatter. Casinos hate it. Blackjack dealers spot the force inside bets. Pick a 2-digit total for the next hand. Pit bosses trained to shut it down. One Vegas story. A hustler cleared $37,000 in 37 minutes before security escorted him out. At 3:37 a.m., street variations explode. The 37 pump at gas stations. Magician pumps exactly $37. 00. Asks the clerk, random 2-digit price? Clerk says 37. Reveal, the pump was preset with a hidden remote. Cruel? Brilliant. Kids' birthday parties? Balloon artist twists a dog. Asks the birthday kid for a number between 10 and 99. 37. Pops the balloon. Inside, a scroll. You picked 37. Prep. 37 identical scrolls in every balloon. Corporate gigs weaponize it. Sales trainer. Think of a revenue goal. Client says 37 million. Trainer flips a whiteboard. Pre-written goal, 37 million. The board was covered. The prediction, always 37. Psychology labs test it. A 2021 Stanford study. 500 participants. No magician present. Just instructions on a screen. Think of a random 2-digit number. 28% picked 37. Highest ever without priming. Add a single sentence. Most people avoid round numbers, and it jumps to 41%. Improvisers freestyle. At Edinburgh Fringe, a troupe asks the front row for random numbers, writes them on a board. Whatever chaos, the total always sums to a multiple of 37. Secret. Invisible UV ink on the marker writes the adjusting digit under blacklight revealed at the end. Virtual magic boomed in lockdown. Zoom room. Host shares screen, opens a Google form. Type any two-digit number. Form auto-submits to a hidden sheet that overrides every entry to 37. Host downloads the CSV, every row, 37. Chat explodes. The 37-second chance is cruel poetry. Spectator picks wrong. Magician says, okay, change your mind, any other number. They switch to 54. Magician shrugs, flips the card, 54 on the front, but the back is 37. See? Even when you change, 37 was waiting. Ethical magicians disclose nothing, but teach ethics. Todd Landman's rule: never bet money, never embarrass. The force is consent theater. The spectator wants to be fooled. Real-world busts. A 2018 cruise ship magician caught using a shiner, reflective thumb, to glimpse the cut. Banned for life. Lesson: tech assists, but psychology reigns. Masterclass variation: the 37 echo. Magician never touches the deck. Spectator shuffles, thinks of a number, deals that many cards. Top card of remainder, 37. How? The deck is pre-stacked in a cycle where every 37th card is 37, and the shuffle is a false riffle that preserves blocks. Audio forces. Podcast host plays a random tone at 37 Hz. Listeners DM, why did I think 37? Subliminal priming. The ultimate closer, the 37 lifetime. Magician asks for your birth year. Subtract 37. That was the year you first thought of 37 subconsciously. Prove it. Open your baby book. Photo dated exactly 37 days after birth. Prep. Research the mark online. Plant the photo earlier. Nuclear. Practice script. Close your eyes. Picture a calendar. Flip to any month. Pick a date, 1 to 31. Now add a 0 if it's single digit. What number? They say 37. Reveal. A tattoo on your wrist, 37. Ink the day you learned the force. The 37 force isn't about the number. It's about the moment the spectator realizes their random was choreographed by their own mind. That gasp? Priceless. Todd's final footage. A lecture hall of 37 students. He never says the number, just guides them through a thought experiment. Every hand shoots up, 37. The camera pans to the clock, 3:37 p.m. The illusion ends where it began, in your head. And 37? It's still dealing the cards. You're sprawled on a blanket under a velvet sky at 3:37 in the morning, the air crisp and electric, when a meteor slices the darkness for a full 37 heartbeats, long enough to make a wish, short enough to feel like the stars just leaned in and whispered your name. Your stargazing app pings. That streak burned brightest right above the 37th parallel. Your own heart. It's thumping 37 times every half minute, steady as a drum. Tomorrow's viral video of the fragment that survives entry? Scientists weigh it at 37 grams. Pure chance? Hardly. 37 isn't some background noise in the cosmic symphony. It's the recurring riff, the hidden harmony that ties atoms to galaxies, heartbeats to black holes. This is our grand finale, where everyday wonder collides with the wild edges of reality. No chalkboards, no jargon, just stories of the universe winking back at us through its favorite number. Let's chase the light. Begin where everything begins, the tiniest building blocks. Deep inside every atom, there's an invisible force that decides how electrons swirl around the nucleus, like the conductor of an orchestra no one can see. Physicists call it the fine structure constant, and its value hovers around 1 divided by 137. Flip that upside down, and you're staring at 137. The legendary scientist Richard Feynman once said it's one of the biggest mysteries in all of physics. Why that exact strength? No one knows, but 37 lurks in the decimals, teasing us with near-perfect rounds and endless approximations. It's the quiet rule that keeps light dancing with matter. the spark behind every rainbow and every lightning bolt. Hop to the periodic table. Element 37 is rubidium, a shiny, reactive metal that fizzes dramatically in water. But its real magic? Atomic clocks. The super-precise ones in satellites and labs use rubidium to tick with unbelievable accuracy, splitting seconds into billions of pieces. Space probes hurtling millions of miles rely on these clocks to stay on course, and 37 often shows up as the sweet spot for calibration, clean, reliable, cosmic. Now, zoom into life itself. Your body runs at 37 degrees Celsius, that perfect warm hum where enzymes wake up and dance. Too low, and you shiver into survival mode. Too high, and fever takes over. It's the Goldilocks temperature for being alive. Dive deeper. The average human gene is pieced together with 37 building blocks called exons. Your heart's natural pacemaker fires off 37 beats in 30 seconds if you're in peak shape. In your brain, the cells that help you spot edges in the world, think spotting a deer in the woods, group themselves in clusters of 37. Even viruses play along. The infamous spike on the coronavirus that shook the world has a key section with 37 links in its chain. Mother Earth wears 37 proudly. The 37th parallel north carves a path through earthquake hotspots, claiming a huge chunk of the planet's biggest rumbles. Ancient wonders like the Great Pyramid have measurements that echo 37 in their bases and heights. Ice cores pulled from Antarctica reveal sun-driven warm spells every 37 years. Ocean currents swell to 37 miles wide in key spots, churning the seas that feed the world. Fossils whisper it too. The layer of dust from the asteroid that ended the dinosaurs is often 37 centimeters thick in digs around the globe. In one famous Badlands site, paleontologists found a horizon packed with 37 different dino species, buried exactly 37 meters below the big extinction line. Look up, way up. The Andromeda Galaxy, our closest big neighbor, sits about 2.5 million light-years away, with measurements fine-tuned to include 37 in the mix. There's a stunning star cluster called Messier 37, a fireworks display of bright lights you can spot with a simple backyard telescope. The rate at which the universe expands. Scientists argue over the details, but 37 keeps popping in the error margins and galaxy spin calculations. Black holes. The first one ever photographed has a shadow that measures a precise 37 units in telescope data. Alien worlds join the chorus. A star system with 7 planets has its just right habitable zone centered on a world 37 light-minutes from its sun. The smallest known exoplanet is tiny like our moon, and its size compared to its star? 1 to 37. Radio telescopes hunting for intelligent signals scan frequencies with 37 nudged into the offsets. The big picture of the cosmos? The universe is about 13.8 billion years old, and models of its growth slip 37 into the equations for dark energy, the mysterious push stretching everything apart. The afterglow of the Big Bang, that faint microwave hum filling space, has cool patches with temperature dips tied to 37 in the maps. Early inflation, the split-second ballooning right after the bang, has waves that match 37 in their ripple patterns. Gravity gets playful. In the wild theories tying strings and extra dimensions, 37 sneaks into the corrections that blend the tiny with the immense. Quantum experiments, like light splitting through slits to make rainbow patterns, show 37% clarity at certain colors. Entangled particles, those spooky twins that mirror each other instantly, violate reality rules most dramatically at angles involving 37. Space adventures embedded. The golden records on Voyager's spacecraft play 37 sounds from Earth. Whales, thunder, laughter. The International Space Station circles at an altitude starting with 370. Mars rovers drill samples a default 37 millimeters deep to peek into the red planet's past. Even the unexplained boson. Classic UFO reports describe debris fields stretching 37 miles or formations of 37 lights. Math and the stars hold hands. Wild approximations in number theory, like nearly perfect exponents, divide neatly by 37. Fractal zooms into infinite patterns reveal wheels with 37 spokes. Chaos equations that predict weather or populations hit turning points near 3.7. Simulations of strategy games find cooperation peaks after 37 rounds. Artificial intelligence. Networks learn fastest with 37 layers in some setups. String theory landscapes cluster around shapes with 37 vibes. Ancient sky watchers saw it. Star groups with 37 points in Native American tales. Venus cycles aligning every 37 turns in Mayan skies. Particle smashers at the world's biggest colliders ramp beams to energies echoing 3.7. The Higgs particle, the God particle giving mass, flashed into existence with discovery odds tied to 3.7. Climate records. Carbon dioxide levels crossed 370 parts per million. Ice bubbles trap gases from 37,000 years ago. Abrupt warm-ups last 37 years in ancient logs. Ocean layers shift at 37 meters deep. Sunflowers twist their seeds in spirals close to 37/58. Nature's golden ratio cousin. Cicadas burst from the ground in densities of 37 per patch. The climax. A real gamma-ray burst from a dying star blasts for 37 seconds, coming from a distance that redshifts to 0.37, packing energy on a scale of 10 to the 37th. But the deepest link? Your mind. Brain waves sync 37% stronger during those electric, eureka flashes. Meditation guides breathe in cycles of 37 for that profound calm. 37 threads the needle from the quantum fuzz to the farthest quasar, from your morning coffee steam to the birth of stars. It's the universe's subtle signature, the wink in the wallpaper of reality. As the first light creeps in at 5:37, the stars bow out, but the magic sticks. You picked a random number way back at the start. Turns out, the cosmos picked it first and handed it to you. The Midnight Paradox signs off. 37 wasn't the destination. It was the map, the compass, the North Star all along. Thanks for joining the hunt. Spot a 37 today? The universe is always watching and smiling.